Warm weather, members of an historic Catholic church worry about their future. A fire shortly after midnight spared St. Martin's Church, but its rectory and church school are in shambles. Wave 3 News reporter Connie Leonard joins us live at the church tonight on South Shelby Street in Louisville. Connie?
Well, Craig, the 3-alarm blaze not only put a priest out of his home, it also put teachers, parents, and students out of their school tonight. Now, if you'll take a look just behind me over my shoulder, you can see where the fire began here at the rectory. Now, it did not spread over into the church. It didn't hurt the church a bit, but there are hurt feelings here tonight. The folks at St. Martin's, though, are trying to keep their spirits up.
One of the saddest things I've seen. It's just very disheartening.
The angels at St. Martin's Church are covered in debris. Some of 500 families who worship here stopped by to see the damage caused by an overnight blaze. At 12:30 this morning, Father Dennis Cousins woke to what he thought was a burglar alarm. He woke to see his home, St. Martin's Rectory, on fire. A neighbor, Sean Jackson, caught the blaze on home video.
Then I looked out the window and could see smoke beginning to billow, and so I came out, and I got the other man who lives here, Jim Nix, who lives in the other end of the building, and we came out these steps right here, and we saw the flames were shooting up under that porch there.
More than 70 firefighters worked to keep the 3-alarm fire from spreading to the church. They succeeded, but it wasn't easy. A tunnel connects the two buildings. In just a little over an hour, the blaze was under control, but the 40-plus room rectory, built in 1888, is gutted in places. The rest has extensive smoke and water damage.
We will not allow this to discourage us or to get us down or to cause us to quit.
During a noon mass today, Father Cousins reminded his parishioners that no one is hurt and their faith must remain strong. In the rectory's first floor, the urban Montessori school.
Part of the ceiling is falling down. There's the back storage room is charred, and just there's materials and children's artwork on the floor.
Student-made valentines lay by a fire hose and glass. Charles Leach's 4-year-old son Cody is one of 45 kids enrolled here.
We've been thinking about what we're going to do, and we really don't know, other than, giving the support to the school as much as we can.
The administrators of the Montessori school are going to let us know as soon as they find a place for the children next week, and they will let us know, and we'll let everyone else know. Now, you may remember the Afro-German Tea Room restaurant that was just behind us. A lot of folks ate out here. That's been closed for about a year, and it's been remodeled. There are offices there. They believe that is the area where the fire began. Now, arson investigators have been out here on the scene. Earlier today, they had a dog sniffing for accelerants because witnesses say they saw someone running from this area just after midnight. And we'll keep you up to date on the fire as we find more out about the investigation. Back to you.
Connie, no doubt the church has to rebuild. What about Sunday services? Will they be held?
Well, you saw, as we just showed you today, they did have Mass today. They will again be having it in the morning, but they warn parishioners that there is no heat and there's no electricity, so it might be cold in the morning for Mass. Back to you.
All right, Connie Leonard live on South Shelby Street in Louisville. Thank you, Connie. Well, it's been almost a month since fire swept through Haven House, a homeless shelter.
The rectory and adjoining Montessori school suffered heavy damage during a 2-alarm fire. But as Stephanie Collins reports, Louisville firefighters were able to contain the smoke and flames so that the parish was not damaged.
There's a blessing somewhere in those flames, in the blinding smoke, in the sheer determination of 60 firefighters. No one would be injured and a parish would be saved. They came to see the damage. The rectory, just remodeled, now destroyed.
Crisis seems to draw people together, and I think that'll prove to be the case here. We'll come together and get everything taken care of, get rebuilt, and go on from here. Stronger, hopefully.
We are people of faith.
With strength in their belief and of hope today.
Lord, work a miracle here also as you did for the people in the gospel.
They believe a miracle was at work here last night. Firefighters stopping the flames from traveling through a tunnel into the sanctuary.
The tunnel area that we said was so critical to keep it from extending over the church is right below here. By being able to get people in place between the fire and the tunnel down there, kept it from extending on into the church.
In daylight, it's easy to see the extent of damage here. Flames shooting up all 4 floors of the rectory. Arson investigators believing that the fire started behind that iron door. The flames traveled quickly. Smoke filled the hallways. An alarm saved the parish priest and a resident who were sleeping.
The alarm is going off, and there's smoke outside, and we ran out, and then we saw flames shooting up from down underneath the building.
They fought this fire from every angle, watching their step as floors caved in. The heat so intense they knew there could be flashovers.
Yeah, when you get varnish and all that to bubble completely out of the wood and caramelize in one piece like that, that takes a great deal of heat.
It's the material things they lost, paint, furniture, all to be replaced, and in it, a message.
You know, the Lord's saying, you know, you got to get your priorities straight and what really is important in life, and, you know, material things aren't, you know, we can let go of those things.
A house that stands today in faith. Stephanie Collins, Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
Investigators are still investigating the cause of that fire. They say it appears to have started where the Afro-German tea room used to be. There's no word tonight on where those Montessori classes will be held.
Are you holding out hope for a new job with Toyota?
One point the other night. The fire did not spread to the church, but as you can see, the rectory is in bad shape, leaving the pastor without a home, the parishioners without a meeting place, and the children without a school.
You don't know if it's reality or a dream, and that's what was going through my mind is, you know, this is just a dream. I'm going to wake up and this isn't really happening.
Father Dennis Cousins and a layperson who lives on another floor were sleeping when the fire caused the burglar alarm to go off.
Nobody was hurt. Both of us that live in the rectory, you know, got out safely. You know, the fire alarm worked. It went off and it woke us up. Otherwise, had that alarm not gone off, I don't know what would have happened.
Firefighters battled flames on the rectory adjacent to St. Martin's Church early this morning. They were able to keep the fire from spreading to the church, but the historic rectory is extensively damaged.
Everything is just a mess.
Parishioners are stunned. They tell us the rectory was recently remodeled.
That's what's so sad, because a lot of time and effort went into the restoration of the rectory. And we were all very sad to hear about this and extremely upset about it.
The fire leaves some parents wondering what to do with their children Monday morning. Smoke and water damage has closed the St. Martin Montessori School for the rest of the year.
Most of our parents work, so we're going to have to put our heads together to see what we're going to do to maintain a school and child care facilities for our children.
Now, Steve, the fire department is still investigating, but they do say they have a couple of leads, but they will not specify exactly what those leads are. Now, people that attend St. Martin should know that church will meet tomorrow at its regular time, but be prepared, there is no heat. Father Cousins tells me he is going to fill the congregation in on what he is calling a moment of crisis. Steve, back to you.
Curtis, thank you very much. There are new revelations tonight.